Hi, this is Dr. Jeffrey Hanna at Atlas Health. I want to answer a little question that people will often ask, and that's, can chiropractic hurt your neck? And the answer is yes. If it's done the wrong way, yes, cervical manipulation can injure your neck. It's one of the reasons why chiropractic is a regulated profession in the first place. Now, like any profession, there's people who are good at what they do, and then you've got the opposite end of the spectrum. And in chiropractic, that is no exception to the rule. One of the problems is if you have a cowboy. So that is somebody who twists your neck one side, cracks it to the other, without any seemingly rhyme or reason, well, you can suffer an injury. The fancy term for this is called decoupling the motion segment. And what it means is that if the vertebra is moved one way, well, it's actually moved against the way that it is supposed to. Now, let me emphasize that in our practice, this is not the way that we do things. We do not ever twist or manipulate the spine this way. And in fact, I actually teach other chiropractors in Brisbane, in Australia, even in New Zealand, and we spend a large amount of time emphasizing this, that it is important to never decouple the motion segment. Always and only ever do an adjustment that is going to be safe and that is mechanically congruent with what the individual has going on. This is the reason why we do what we do. We're actually the only upper cervical specific practice in all of Brisbane. And in fact, I'm the only person currently in Australia who has advanced certification in this particular approach. Now, let me explain just a little bit about how we do things so that we can provide then a neck adjustment that's going to be as safe as possible, is going to be as effective as possible, and ultimately going to help you get the results that you are going for. So first and foremost, what we don't do is we don't just push on your neck in the sore spots and assume that that's what's actually going on. We do tests first. And this is going to include a few things called a computerized thermography, which is a measure of your nervous system function. We do motion and movement tests to see if things are indeed locked out of position or if they're just compensating for something else. We do a few muscle tests to see if it's just a local effect or if it's having a more global impact on your body. And what we also do, and this is the really important part, is we do a series of specialized X-rays that show us in 3D what you do have going on, what you don't, and then which way things have or have not moved. That way, when we make an adjustment, we can do it with an extremely light amount of force. It's really no more than what you would use to feel your pulse. And it's more like putting a key into a lock. If you have all of this information, you've done the right work in the first place, you don't have to twist or crack to push things back into place. So all this is done to minimize that risk of having a hurting or a painful neck adjustment as much as possible. Now the truth is it's still possible that you can have all of this done and you can still have a sore injury to your neck, and the answer is yes. And it's because there is no such thing as a fail-safe medical procedure. Everything has a certain amount of risk associated with it. However, there's a big difference between risk and risky. And the kind of work that we're talking about here, there's really only, based on the actual research and the statistics, about a 0.000002% chance of things going wrong. Same breath, we want to make sure that we minimize even that by doing the best possible job that we can. So the key, as we said, is that we want to be able to do the right kinds of tests so that we get the right information so that any adjustment that we do for your neck is going to be as appropriate as we possibly can, again, to get the best possible chance of results. Hope that you've enjoyed this little video. This is Dr. Jeff at Atlas Health. Take care of your neck. It's the life to your well-being.